So we're still in the new moon phase, and it's a time for planting seeds of intention. We were doing that in our classes yesterday, and we'll continue working on that this morning. So ground your feet hip-width distance apart and start to feel really connected to the earth. As you let your breath soften and smooth out, inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're just being connected to the earth here. And now we're going to start to deepen the breath. So we're going to turn the palms up and draw the hands up through the center of the body as you inhale. Flip your palms and exhale the arms nice and long out to the side. We're going to reverse that now. So flip your palms, inhale, pressing up, and then as you exhale, bring your hands down through center, pressing the energy down into the earth. So we're going up first, palms up, inhale, and then exhale, release. Palms out, inhale, connected to the earth here still as you lift up, and as you exhale, palms through center. Okay, let's do that one more time. Pressing down into the earth, reaching the palms up, flipping the hands, and exhale. And palms out, inhale. And press the hands down. Okay, let's take a moment with that energy. Feel it moving around the body. And tap into what is it that you want to carry into this new moon phase as the moon starts to get energized and come back. All right, so what seeds do you want to plant in your life right now? Is there something that you have that you want more of, that you want to nourish? Is there something you find missing that you want to bring in? And just breathe into that a couple of times. Great. And now we're going to loosen things up. Those legs have been tight for a while. Go ahead and bend the knees, bend the hips. Okay? And nice and soft here as we move into the Drew energy block clearing sequence. Hands to the thighs. And inhale the arms up and back. What a great way to start the morning. Exhale. Bring the hands back to the thighs with the soft knees and hips. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, soft knees and hips. And it's up and open and exhale. Of course, you recognize the spinal movement as cats and cows. Up and open and exhale, release. Now tuck your chin and gently roll up. Inhale and exhale. We're going to start stepping forward and back with the right foot. So right foot forward, arms up. Right foot back, arms down. Forward and back. There you go, waking things up. Oh, nice release for the legs, the hips, and also a lot of shoulder action going on here, right? Okay, let's step the feet side by side and do the same thing on the left, forward and back. Clearing out any blockages of energy. Inhale as you go forward, exhale as you step back. Nice, and then bring the feet back to side by side. So we're still in a comfortable stance here, and the knees and hips can move. Inhale and exhale. We're going to reach down to the right with the palm up and scoop up energy. Down to the left with the palm up and scoop. And right and left. Think about drawing energy up from the earth. It's kind of amazing right now. I have a lot of summer plants that are starting to rebloom. So we know the earth is releasing a lot of energy. So let's take some of it for ourselves here. Scoop and come back to standing. Now we're going to be twisting gently. So again, the knees and hips are soft. And we take that right arm, just take it back and open and take it forward. And then we go to the left, take it back and open and take it forward. Okay, we're letting the whole body do whatever it wants here. So if the hips want to move as you twist back, let them side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time on each side. And then come back to standing. Take a little more intentional pose here with a nice straight spine, palms facing forward. The legs are long, close your eyes, and feel the energy moving through you. Remember, it's coming up from the earth. And then as you exhale, just release anything that does not serve you right now, not serving your practice, not making you happy. And let's come to the top of the mat here. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale. Float the arms up, inhale. And then swan dive. Knees and hips are still soft. We have done nothing much to the legs yet. Hands to the thighs. We half lift, hands down, and step back to a downward facing dog. Just come into down dog and bend one knee and then the other. So now we're going to start warming up the legs. Take one heel down and hold for a moment, and take the other heel down and hold. Good. Both heels toward the mat and hold. And let's go ahead and bring the knees down. Knees are under the hips. Wrists are under the shoulders. Okay, remember, if this bothers your wrist, you can work on forearms. You can also do this standing. If knees down is not the right place for you to be right now, knees down will be just fine. Let's take the right leg back, tuck the toes, press through the heel, and roll over the toes. So giving that foot a little massage and starting to work that ankle forward and back. And then press the heel back and hold. And bring the right knee down. Take the left leg back, tuck the toes, and press and roll. Feet are going to be busy today, supporting you in many ways. So let's give them a little good start to the day. Press the heel back. And then bring your knee down. Okay, we're going to take the right leg up. So first, before you even do that, notice your weight balance between two knees and two hands, right? Inhale and exhale. Take the right leg back, keeping the hips square to the mat. Float the left arm up. So we're engaging the balance right away here. And then bring the hand and knee down. You take your left leg up, right arm forward. Okay, opposite arm, opposite knee. And bring the hand and knee down. Okay, so now we're going to take that right leg back with the toes tucked as we did earlier and bring the left arm forward. It's nice and straight here. Take your gaze straight towards your mat, maybe slightly forward, but not a lot, not looking up. And then lift your right leg, left arm, and tap down. Lift and tap, lift and tap, lift and tap, lift and hold, and bring the hand and knee down. So we're starting to wake up the hip, also engaging the core. Yay, it's never too early to do that, is it? Left leg back, right arm forward. You know who you are. There you go. Up and down. Up and tap. Take it up and tap. Up and tap. Take it up and tap. And bring the hand and knee back down. All right, let's come to seated. Woo! Shake out the arms. They've been working already, right? Inhale and exhale. All right, it seems like a good morning for this type of hip opener, so let's work on this, okay? Bring your hands to heart center. Lean back, raise one foot and then the other with your right ankle crossed in front of your left. Arms overhead. Inhale. Turn your palms forward and then come down. Bring your palms to the mat and gaze past your fingertips. Starting to feel that right hip opening up. Inhale the arms overhead, left ankle over right, palms forward, and exhale, hands down, gaze past your fingertips. And that's what we're doing, so keep going. Find a pace that matches your breath pattern and your comfortability with this, okay? So you all know you can always keep one or both feet down if lifting them feels too extreme. Okay. Inhale, we go up, switch, and down. If anything about this is bothering your knees, then you can do this with straight legs. Just up, switch, and down. You're not really going to switch. You're just going to go forward and down, okay? All right, always work with what your body is offering you at that moment in time. The next time you're up with you and you have switched to have your right ankle in front, we're going to take it down and hold longer. So we just warmed up the hips. Press your palms into the mat, look up, and as you exhale, gently see if those fingers will come a little more forward. Now you're really feeling your right hip, yes? Yeah. Okay, let's walk the hands over to the right. Getting a nice stretch in that left side body. Walk the right fingertips away. Walk your hands through center and over to the left. You feel that nice length on the right side, and let's walk the left fingertips away. And then come center, press the palms, look up, exhale. Feel that right hip really release for you. And float everything up. Arms up, feet up if possible. Core is engaged, right? Wiggle your fingers at me if your core is engaged. All right, good. Change the cross of your ankles. And we do the same thing. Come down and hold. Press into the palms, look up. Wiggle those fingers forward a little bit. It's between you and your left hip, right? How far you go into this. And then walk your hands over to the left. You have that stretch in the right. Let's get a little more stretch in the left. Walk the fingertips away. And then come through center, over to the right, and walk the right fingertips away. So we just want to get stretch on the side that we're turning to, right? Because it's a little more crunched in. Walk your fingers forward, and one more time, press the palms, look up, and walk the fingertips forward. See where you go this morning. That left hip is just releasing and relaxing for you. Walk your hands back, hands to heart center, lift your feet, and uncross, bring your feet down. Okay, time for some serious core here. So let's get going with it, right? Inhale and exhale. All right, we also, so we did a lot of good hip releasing here. So let's go for a little stability here in the core. Lean back, okay? We're staying here. The feet are down. And we're going to just move the arms right now, open, and bring them forward. Overhead, and bring them down. Now, as you open your arms this time, you may choose to bring that right leg up, tap the toes down, arms overhead, and tap the toes down. Feel free to leave out the leg if that's too intense for you right now. You're staying in core engagement here. Open the arms, experiment with bringing the left leg up, tap the toes down, arms overhead, left leg up, tap the toes down, and release. All right, so you're going to pick one position, leg or no leg, or you could mix it up. We're going 4 times on each side. So remember, this is a tap. I'm not putting my foot down on the mat. I'm tapping my toes down, okay? So it keeps more engagement. Okay, arms are forward. Here we go. Arms out, option right leg. Arms forward, tap the toes down. Arms up, option right leg. Tap, we're staying on the right. It's open, leg option, up. And 2 more times on the right. Open and up. And 1 more, open and up. Woo! And release. All right, we have another side to do. Okay. I heard that. Arms forward. I'm glad you said okay and not no way. Okay is good. There we go. Take it back. Arms open. Left leg up and tap. Arms overhead and tap. Open and tap. Arms up and tap. Open and tap. Up and tap. 1 more. Open and tap, and arms up and tap. Woo! And release. All right, so think about how much energy you brought to those seeds of intention that you planted earlier, right? So those things are going to grow for you very, very well. Okay, and we're just going to do a very simple oblique move. So the arms are forward, and we open, right arm back, left arm forward, and up. Left arm back, right arm forward, and up. You know you can add the legs, so as your right arm comes back, maybe you add the right leg, and forward. As your left arm comes back, maybe you add the left leg, and forward, and just keep going side to side. Open, optional, lift the leg. Is this all making sense?
Yes.
You wish it wouldn't, so we would have to stop and talk about it. Just keep going. All right. Next time you're open to the right, stay here. Let's have a little fun. Tap the toes, bring the arms forward and up. Tap, bring the arms forward and up. Tap, bring the arms forward and up. 1 more tap and up and sit up. We're going to do the same thing to the left. I'll turn around just in case. All right. That is my idea of fun. Okay, take it back and hold and open. Whoops, leg is up and tap, bring it forward, tap, tap, oh, and 1 more tap, whoo, and release, sit forward. Okay, all right, so let's come back to a nice easy seat, knowing that we just did something really spectacular for our bodies. Take a nice breath. You nourish those seeds. Let's release. So cross-legged, or your legs could be straight. We're just going to make some circles. Hands to the knees. Take it forward to the right. Take it back to the left. Take it forward and around. This is going to be releasing stuff. So just go ahead and take this. Make it your own, right? How does this feel best to you? That's what you're looking for here. And the next time you're forward, just pause And go the opposite direction to the left and around. Think about releasing all those things that you just worked so hard on. And then come on back to seated. Get your breath back under you. Okay, we're going to review a hand position for concentration and focus. It's called the Dhyana Mudra. A lot of you have done this before. Turn your left palm up, rest your right palm on top of it, and take your thumbs to touch. Okay? All right. And this is a great one to do when you're planting seeds of intention, because it'll bring your concentration and your focus to here. And another great thing about this particular hand position is anytime you feel your concentration wandering, you press your thumbs toward each other as a signal to your mind to come back. So let's close the eyes here. Breathe in Dhyana Mudra a few times, just revisiting your intention. And then release and come back. Okay? All right, let's come to hands and knees here. And come into another very inward focusing pose called the child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Your forehead is engaged with the mat or resting on your hands. Okay? Engaging the seat of your intuition right at that forehead spot. Inhale and exhale. Just releasing and relaxing in child's pose and taking a few moments to just be with yourself. And then start to make your way to downward facing dog. Okay, and we're going to inhale and exhale in down dog. And start taking a nice little journey, feet to the hands. Bringing your hands to your thighs, hips back, knees bend, look up, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Pressing down to lift up, float the arms out and up, reverse swan dive, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And release. Okay. Hands by your side, inhale and exhale. Moving into sun salutations here. So the feet are hip width distance. We're in mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, hands to the knees or thighs. Knees and hips are bent. Look up, half lift. Exhale down and find your way to a plank. Okay, so you're coming into a plank, knees up or knees down, as long as it's strong. That's the important part. Now the chaturanga has to be strong also, so make sure you're controlling as you slowly come down. Use those arms. Oh, there they are. Take it down. Inhale and exhale, hands under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Look up. You're in baby cobra. Lift your hands and release. All right, making our way back up to downward facing dog. Table to dog, as you know, is always a great way to get there. Inhale and exhale. All right, remember what we were doing from tabletop. We're going to take the right leg back, flex the foot so the toes are pointing toward the mat, and tap down and up. Tap down and up. Tap down and up. Tap down and up and hold. And then step forward with that right foot and take another journey. Bring your feet to your hands. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. Yep. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Inhale, swan dive. There you go. Yep, I'm watching you. Take a half lift, forward fold. Let's see some nice strong planks here. Knees up or down doesn't matter. The integrity of the spine is what matters. And a nice slow chaturanga. Oh man, those looked awesome. Yes. All right. So we're going to do another cobra, but this time lift your hands first. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, elbows head toward the waist, and your cobra comes without any hands. And release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Yep, make your way there, beautiful. And then the left leg is going to come up. Left foot is flexed and tap down and up, down and up, down and up, down, up and hold. Step forward with your left foot and take the rest of your journey to the top of your mat as you set the hips back. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold and float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, super. Let's do a little bit of balancing here. So let's come to mountain pose. We need a firm foundation, right? So the legs are super engaged. Lift all 10 toes, spread them out, and bring them back down to the mat with the toes still spread. Inhale and exhale. Firm foundation. Okay, now we calm the mind with an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Find a spot that isn't moving. Fix your gaze. Inhale and exhale there. Okay, hands to the hips. Let's go for a little tree this morning. Heel, right heel up, right knee out. If you know tree, you might already have your foot up. That's great. You might have your arms up. Okay, you can take it in stages. Get your foot to your leg or keep it kickstanded. Hands to heart center. Raise your arms if you like. Okay, do what you know with your tree. If your leg goes down and up, that's great too. And let's come on out. Whew. And release. So we're going to take it on the other side here. Remember, you can just do this, right? If you know tree, go ahead. Otherwise, left heel up, left knee out. Find a home for your foot. Arms up. The only thing you cannot do in tree is put your foot against your knee. Okay? We don't want to blow out any knees here. So your foot could be kickstanded on the floor. It could be here. It could be way up here. It could be behind your neck. If you do that, let me know. I want a picture. And bring your hands together and release. Whew. Just never have your foot pressing against your knee. Okay? That's for the health of your knee. All right, that was a tree with a lot of chatter, which makes it almost impossible to balance. Sorry about that. So go ahead and do one more tree on each side. Everybody knows this. Play with your tree on the right, play on the left, and then come back to mountain pose. as you return to mountain pose, just feel yourself grounded, 2 feet. Don't rush out of anything if you were still balancing. Just feel yourself grounded, 2 feet. Spine is long, legs are engaged. Inhale and exhale. And let's work on that breath one more time. So we're going to inhale the arms up through center, flip the palms and exhale. And then turn the palms out. Inhale the arms out and press the energy down. And just one more time. Inhale. And inhale. And come back to standing. All right, let's take the legs wide now. Okay, it's morning, so I just want to do a little extra for the hips before we move into other wide-legged poses. So let's just take the toes out, knees over toes, 5-pointed star. And we're going to go 5-pointed star to moonflower. 5-pointed star to moonflower, down and up. Holding it in moonflower here, and then coming back up. And taking it to a little sunflower, right arm crosses in front of left. You can go down this far, you can go down farther, you can stay up higher. Sunflower, right in front of left, left arm in front of right, down and up. The next time you're down with your right arm in front of your left, we're going to take opposite hand to opposite elbow and do our very first, surprisingly, ragdoll of the day. Haven't done ragdoll yet. Go ahead and just let everything move around, including the head, nodding yes and no. Always ending on yes. Come back to center, straighten your legs and let your forearms melt a little closer toward the mat. Release your hands, bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up, take a breath, and then come the rest of the way up. Back to 5-pointed star, sunflower now with the left arm forward, and once again ragdolling. So now this is our second wide-legged ragdoll. Think about any spots you might have missed in the first one and get them moving. Coming back to center, straighten the legs, let the forearms melt toward the mat. Bring hands to hips, come halfway up, and come the rest of the way up. Inhale and exhale. We're going to move into a warrior 2 now. So go ahead and take the right toes forward, left toes in at an angle. Okay? Anytime your legs are saying, I need a break, I want to come back together for a moment, feel free to do that. Bend your right knee so it's over the right ankle and coming through the center of your right foot. And then go ahead and take your shoulders back over your hips, arms out to the side. Turn your gaze toward your right fingers. So what would happen if we just stood here, breathed, concentrated, focused, and were in warrior 2? Let's find out. bring your hands heart center and turn all 10 toes forward. Think about that experience for you, okay? And then turn your left toes forward and your right toes in at an angle. Bend the knee, check it out, knee over ankle, knee through the center of the toe. Nothing fancy here, the shoulders come back over the hips. And we settle into Warrior Two. And then just bring your hands to your hips. And you have two choices here. You can either heel toe your legs together or just take a big step forward and bring your legs together that way. The feet are hip width distance apart. We come to the top of the mat in mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. Float the arms up, inhale. Swan dive. We've been working on the legs, so let's keep this a straight leg swan dive. The hands come. If they don't touch the mat, they touch your legs. It does not matter. Hands to the thighs, hips back, look up, half lift, hands down, and let's make our way to downward facing dog. As you know, dog can always be table. If you feel like coming into table, do that. Send your hips from side to side. If you're in dog, bring your big toes together. Knees to one side, hips to the other. Knees and hips. All right, let's come back to center and bring the knees gently down to the mat. Sit off to the side and find a seated mountain pose. So very intentional here. Once again, long spine, feet are flexed, everything's engaged. And let's find that Dhyana Mudra, right palm over left, thumbs touching. We're in seated mountain pose. Bring your attention back to your intention. And release. So that Dhyana Mudra is always there for you unless you're driving. Please don't do that behind the wheel, okay? So let's go ahead and bend your knees, bring your feet hip width distance down. Bring your feet down hip width distance apart. I don't know where my mind went just then. Okay, we're on the mat, about centered with the hips, arms forward or hold on to the hamstrings and roll it down. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, draw the knees in. Here we are. And go ahead and rock a little from side to side. All right, so we are going to do a little rock and roll to forward fold. So hold on to your hamstrings and just bring your shins up a bit. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to rock and rock here. So we're rocking up and down the spine rather than side to side. Get a little momentum going and then come to seated, legs forward, forward fold. And then take it back, and we'll do that one more time. We're here. You can have your legs straight or your knees bent. Rock and roll. And come up and come into forward fold. Forward fold gives us a nice time for introspection here. And then roll your hands up your legs. legs. And that rock and roll that we did is a purifying move. Bend your knees, bring your feet hip width distance, and roll back down. Once again, we extend, long, long, long. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knees in. Okay, and this time we're going to rock from side to side, releasing the spine in a different direction. All right, let's bring the feet down, hands by the side, and we're going to take the legs straight up, put some distance in between them. So we're in Viparita Karani, which is also called legs up the wall. Notice if there's too much blood flowing to your head, you'll feel it in your face. Then just bend your knees and bring your feet back down, okay? That would be fine. All right, if your legs are straight, you're just going to start pointing and flexing your feet. If you brought your knees, your feet down for any reason, just make some room underneath your feet so you can point and flex. We're just working the ankles, and then we circle one direction and the other. Everybody bring your feet down. We want the spine in neutral, hands out by the side. Gently close them, open, spread, and wiggle the fingers. Close, open, spread, and wiggle. And then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Now gently let your head move from right to left, just releasing anything that might still be residing up in the neck there. And when you're even, come back to center. Start to notice your body on the earth. Everything that's in contact with the earth is nice and just resting on the earth, not grinding into it. Decide about your legs. Maybe play for a moment with straight versus bent. Decide where you're going to be for final relaxation. Make sure your body is super comfortable on the mat. Connected to the earth. Inhale through the nose. And slowly and gently exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And slowly and gently exhale as you just allow your body to melt onto the earth. Let go of all effort. Move into final relaxation. slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Begin to bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms long overhead. Stretch your legs long. And as you exhale, draw your legs in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And as you come back to a nice, easy seat, turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.